The faces and voices at the Minnesota State Capitol on June 2nd were young.
Justice for George Floyd.
Justice of George Floyd.
Black lives matter, and we want to show that.
Black lives!
Instead of planning summer vacation, these Minnesota high schoolers plan to fight for justice for George Floyd. George Floyd's death and the protests hit home for Minneapolis residents, like Abdul Omari. He advises businesses on equity issues to create a better future for Minnesota's youth of color.
Because my phone has not stopped ringing since it happened, and it's all of a sudden people care about racism.
As protests against racism spread nationwide, looting began and violent clashes with police left hundreds of people wounded. Omari says that the danger isn't only physical, but mental, especially for youth.
I think that it'll stay with people for a very long time, and we as a community need to continue to think about how we are more accepting of some of the mental health impacts that we have.
And those impacts only weigh heavier because of COVID-19.
We're in the middle of a global pandemic that physically is impacting Black and brown people at significantly higher numbers than white people.
Despite that, and the physical and mental health risks, young activists weren't stopped from making their voices heard.
But the reality is, if we're actually going to dismantle the systemic oppression and racism, everybody needs to be a part of it. I am excited and I am energized by youth involvement.
From 360 Journalism, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Center of Prevention, and the Fly Subject, I'm Aaliyah Demry in Minneapolis.
Yeah!